welcome back to Chins and Giggles, everyone. Episode 44.
Episode 44, girl. We have a good episode for y'all today. It's a mix of things.
Mm-hmm.
We have, our week. We have some serious stuff going on in the world we want to touch base on. And we're doing girl chat today, which is going to be, I just know it's going to be hilarious just because we have so much to talk about today.
It's giving talk show.
Not the talk show, but we're here, ladies. We're ready. We're energized and we're ready to talk.
We're ready, girl. Tell us about,
sorry. I was going to say, all of you guys always ask me, like, every time we upload a podcast, I always see comments like, what are you guys drinking? Because I got Mayra onto the matcha. Mm-hmm. And I've mentioned it like on my vlog channel or like on my Instagram, but I haven't told you guys on here. So the drink I get is a venti iced matcha latte with 4 pumps of white mocha, 1 pump toffee nut syrup, 1 pump vanilla, and cold foam on top.
She is really good.
It's bomb.
I mentioned it in the vlog and somebody was like, it was really sweet, but I think you have to get the venti.
Yes, because I've had people tell me that they tried it in a grande and I'm like, girl, that's a lot of sugar.
No, this is like a recipe for like the big one.
Yeah,
girl.
this is like, you have to do the venti, y'all, and it's so good. And you want to like mix it up and it's just delicious.
Mix
like the first
in.
few sips are sweet, but
it's the first few sips for me, but it's delicious. I always say that it reminds me of that ice cream, the pistachio ice cream.
It tastes like pistachio. It's so good, y'all. This is like my daily treat. I love it.
I would have some, but I had coffee this morning, so I know the drill, gorge. So how was your week, mama?
So the Super Bowl just passed, right? I didn't watch the Super Bowl, girl. I was at Disneyland.
You were, and Karina was gonna come over.
Oh my god, I know.
She told me the night before, because like we literally planned this the day of, but the night before I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh my god, the Super Bowl's like coming up, and Karina was like, yeah, like girl, I'll go. You're fine. I'm gonna head to Disney like at 9 a.m. I'll be back by the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. When you guys started planning it like the night before, I was like, fuck, I already have reservations for Disneyland, So I was like, I already have reservations. And then I was like, I'm gonna go early because I really was planning on going like early in the day.
Yeah. And
then like 10 a.m. pulls around. I'm barely getting ready. Like by the time I get to Disneyland, oh my God, people were asking me like, so is it packed or is it dead or ghost town because of the Super Bowl? Because everyone's at home watching it. So in the beginning we get there, it's like this bitch. Like we're sent immediately to the very top floor parking lot because like it's so packed. This was like around 2 p.m. when we get there. And it was so packed. But then after a few hours, then after like 5 p.m., ghost town, bitch. It was amazing.
Because everybody left.
It was so
to watch the game.
Good, girl. It was a perfect day to go. But I told Mayra, I was like, I'm going to go after. But once it turned like 5, dude, everybody started leaving. We got so excited about the fact that the parks were like so slow, like empty, that we started like going on all these rides. And by the time I went home, it was like 11 p.m., girl.
I mean, I feel you, girl. You was living your dream. I'm here for it.
I fucking love Disneyland. Can I just say, like, I really do.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, I see it. Like,
yeah.
I know, like, you're getting into it, gorge. That's why I was like, let her enjoy her day. She's living her best life. It is what it is.
Like, I get there and I'm in such a good mood.
Wow.
Like, I fucking love it. And then Mia loves it. I'm just like, oh my God. It really is the happiest place on earth. Let's do it.
But so you didn't see the Riri concert?
I saw clips on TikTok. Tell me all about it, because
okay. So first of all, I hosted the Super Bowl 2023, and let me tell you, girl, I found out the day before that the Super Bowl was going on. I didn't know who was playing. I was just here I just knew Rihanna was having a concert with some dudes playing. That's all I knew, girl. And I hit up my friends. I was like, y'all, Super Bowl's tomorrow. Like, do y'all got any plans? Nobody had plans. We ain't into sports like that. We're not. I don't know. I still don't know. It was like Eagles against something. And I know because Peter made a bet for $100 that Eagles were winning and they lost.
Stop.
Eagles, right? It was that one. And he lost $100.
Peter lost?
So Peter was shaking in his damn boots those last seconds.
Who did he make a bet with?
Like a friend, I guess.
Stop.
So he lost $100, and that's all I know because he had gone for the Eagles. I don't know who else was playing. Okay.
Still don't know.
So, bitch, I was shocked. Like, Rihanna started performing, and
she's pregnant, right?
Yeah. It didn't click at first. Like, I think we were just so excited. Like, oh my God, Riri. And then, like, I was like, wait. her stomach, like she has a little belly. I was like, wait a damn minute. And I knew, I'm like, because people were saying afterwards or like, no, it's probably the postpartum body. But I'm like, no, but like she was like the way her outfit was set up,
you could tell it was like meant to show the belly.
And they ended up confirming, yes, she is pregnant. But
oh
like
my God.
when you look at the actual performance afterwards, the way she like starts it off and she touches her belly, I'm like, that was the announcement, and you're so excited that you don't even notice it.
Damn, oh
bitch,
my
it was iconic. Karina, like my friends were there. We were like all in the moment,
except me.
And she starts, and we're like, wait, like all of us were like, she's pregnant. God. Oh my God. It was like iconic.
Oh, I'm sad I missed that.
It was so iconic. And right before that, Brian had like poured shots for everybody.
Oh my God.
People were in the fucking moment. So when she started, like we were all still in the kitchen, and Beyonce, and not me having Beyonce in my house. No, it's Crystal's niece is named Beyonce. But she was like, oh my God, you guys, Rihanna's performing. I was like we ran to the living room as soon as like the show started, and we were all just stuck there watching the whole damn thing.
Oh my God.
After the concert was over, I don't know what was going on. We stopped watching the game, obviously. And then like a few hours later, we watched the end of it because Peter was saying how like he actually had a bet.
Oh man.
So I was just there for the concert.
So you guys were just like chilling, turning up, but like you just watched the concert and then like went back to just like hanging out.
Speaking of that, they had freaking brought they brought us a cake.
I know, Mayra. I saw the stories.
Freaking Elizabeth came with flowers. No, well,
my God,
Crystal and Beyonce came with flowers too. Elizabeth comes with a cute like flower pot, Karina,
for our birthday.
Each of us with balloons.
Stop.
And I forgot them at the house.
God. I feel horrible because like she tagged me in the story. She tagged me where they were singing Happy Birthday, and she tagged the both of us, and I was like at Disneyland, like, oh my God, I should be there right now. Like, I should literally fucking be there. But I got caught up with Disneyland, and maybe we should plan something like ASAP.
I forgot to bring your plant, though.
It's okay.
I forgot to bring it.
But thanks, y'all. You know, y'all, I saw they were like singing Happy Birthday and everything. So I was like, oh my God.
Didn't have to.
Birthday shots and everything, and I wasn't even there.
The freaking cake was from Costco. The one that Crystal got was a chocolate cake. It was so good, huh, Brian?
Oh my God.
So like thick, bitch. Oh my God. I should have brought that shit. Not us having a part 2 of our birthday here.
Right? Oh. Speaking of our birthday, girl, we had fun.
Oh my God, we did.
We did. My mom had made tamales for us, which was iconic.
Yeah, that was nice.
Our spa day.
Bitch. Oh my God. And I felt so bad because if you guys watch Karina's vlog, like Raul literally got this massage spa day for her and a +1. And I was like, I'm sure he was hoping.
No, he
that
told
it was
me.
Him.
No, stop. No.
Well, no, he did tell me too. He's like, no, like I got it for her, like in hopes that he got like your mom or like anybody.
He knew I was like he literally got like me +1, and when he gave it to me, he told me he's like for your sister, you and your mom, or you and me.
I just felt weird. I was like, oh my God, this could have been like your guys' moment.
No, it's our birthday. Like, what do you mean? It just that would.
I know.
It made perfect sense. It's our birthday.
No, I know, but it was like so nice of him, Karina, because I have never had an experience like that. Like, Raul, if you're listening, thank you so much. Like, I don't think I would ever.
He's not listening.
He doesn't watch our show.
I don't think he does.
He's not a fan. Quit playing. He really doesn't.
Well, I feel like he watches it when I watch him.
Stop, Karina. Don't say that. Brian actually plays it when.
Stop. That's so cute.
He actually does. He'll like be playing it. Like,
that's hilarious.
And he's literally here sitting live.
I'm the kind that I will literally like put the podcast, like our podcast, I'll put it on the TV, bitch, when like we're doing the room like cleaning or something. So he's like forced to watch it, and he'll cackle a little bit, but he doesn't watch it by himself.
That's like my morning routine on Fridays, like when it goes up. But Brian actually like the midnight before he's listening to it.
Stop. That is actually so funny.
He's a fan, girl. I'm telling you. But that's funny. Well,
that's so funny.
I guess he's not listening. Well,
he's gonna listen.
Thanks, Raul.
So one way or another, whether it's with me or.
Thank you, Raul. It was a great experience, bitch. I could never, like, I've never gone to the Mission Inn. You guys have, right?
Yeah, but you know what, Mayra?
That's so crazy.
It's just like there's different packages. That's why.
Yeah, the package was like. We got a facial. You tell him.
I think like he just got like it's like a celebration package. So like it came with like charcuterie boards, champagne, facial, massage, like almost like 3 hours of massages and facials. It was a lot. And then we had like a spa thing too where we could go to the pool and get in the jacuzzi and all this shit, but we didn't do that.
I don't understand why we didn't at that point.
I know, because we didn't bring our bathing suits.
We should have, huh? The point is that it was like insane, Karina. I felt like I was like
it was nice.
In that little moment, I felt like I was like in a different country, like on vacation.
Same. For real.
And I got back home and I just felt rejuvenated. Like I'm ready to conquer the world. Like
I felt so good.
People need that self-care so bad.
Dude.
And like it was a little bougie, but I was here for it. I'm like, no, people need to experience like this. Because the way that everything was, like how just the scenery, like so peaceful, like the fireplace while we were there with our charcuterie board.
It was so zen, and like these ladies are so nice. Like they walk you to like the locker room and they show you, and then there's like cucumber water and like all this like fruit right there. There's like chocolates, and then and when we got there, they gave us like these like our champagne, and then it had like the napkin said like "Happy birthday, Mayra. Happy birthday, Karina."
Yeah,
it was such an experience.
It was iconic, Karina. Well, now we want to take my mom and Jasmine with us.
Yes.
It was beautiful. It was so beautiful, and maybe we can go more prepared with like bathing suits and stuff.
Yes,
and go
it was so fun, you guys. We're just thinking about like taking like my mom and Jasmine or our friends. Like,
have you got a facial before that?
I had never gotten a.
That
real
was my
facial.
first facial too, Karina.
I have never gotten a facial before that,
and I was flabbergasted because I'm really about skincare, and the fact that I've never gotten a facial blew my mind.
And like I see all these people like on Instagram that you follow, they're always getting their facials and shit.
Yes.
And it looks fun and all, but I never like cared for it.
It's amazing.
It's incredible. I was falling asleep, bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Asleep. I was literally like dreaming like.
They did have us in separate rooms, which kind of threw us off a little bit. Huh? I was like, wait, where is she going? They like separated us.
Massage.
But like when we were like done with like the massage, like we met up in the same room again with like the fireplace, and we're just chilling there in our robes, like waiting. And then again,
so iconic, girl.
Took us back into the room, facial, and then after that we had our charcuterie boards.
It was iconic.
It was so iconic. I loved it.
I can't wait to go again. It was so fun.
It was so fun. But oh my god, is that it for our week? Because I have like another one.
Oh my gosh.
I have a burger note in here.
Oh, bitch. I have another Disney note in here. So you know how in the last one we were talking about. Also, guys, if you ever see me look down on my phone, it looks like I'm like not paying attention, and it looks like I'm on my phone, but it's always to go on to notes because we want to be like a little organized at least, so we know what the fuck we're talking about. But I thought it was really funny that not too long ago we were talking about like Disney adults. You know how you said like the whole crying in front of the castle thing.
That is so sad that we were even doing that. Can I say that really quick?
What?
Because the comments were like, it made me look at it a different way. And I was like, they were like, for someone like that can't afford it, it is a very special moment. And I was like,
I know.
It is. Oh my God. Like, no, that's not what we're like.
That's not what we're saying.
No.
It is a special moment. Yes. But I think when you see like the humor behind the TikTok of like getting on your knees and crying on the floor, like it's a little bit
like
more
a humor. It's also supposed to be like a comedy TikTok.
Because like if you go on the TikTok, like all the comments are like, "Be fucking for real." Like
so that's funny. No, I have to mention that. That's not what we meant because I pictured like my dad crying going to Disney, and I was like,
oh my God, my dad would
cry, and I was like, bitch, how dare you fucking say that? So I take that back.
That's not what we meant at all, you guys.
I'm glad that they had to like comment that and give us that perspective though.
I like that. I like it when y'all check us like on some real shit. That was a good check. I like it when you guys check us on like some real shit and tell us like, y'all like see it from this perspective. I like that.
I had to see it that way because I was like, oh my God. And they're right. Saying like it's healing their inner child trauma. I was like,
you know what, Mayra?
I was like, girl, I take it all back.
It's so true because now that I go, I thrive, bitch. And I'm like, is it like a inner child thing in me, Gorge? I think it is because I literally get there and I'm like in the happiest mood ever. It's iconic.
I love it
because I know I'm going because of my daughter, but like I can't lie, like I'm there for sure because I'm having fun.
I'm here for it.
But I thought it was just funny, like looking back how we were saying that some of those TikToks were so dramatic when literally I take it back. For my birthday, Raul got me like Princess Night tickets. They're supposed to be like, it's like an after dark event. Because I know you're probably like, what? Because, you know. Yeah. So they have like Sweetheart Night, which is like an after dark event.
How does that work?
So those after dark events are basically like the parks close like at 8 p.m. And then after that, only if you have those like special tickets. So it's like less people, it's more exclusive. It's like all like Disney's like all Valentine's allowed. I mean, Yeah. Kids are allowed, but most people just go like, as a date. And it's like Valentine's the house. The castle's like all pink with hearts everywhere. So cute. There's like exclusive like Valentine's Day merch, food, etc. It's like a really cute day night. And I've been wanting to go to that, but we couldn't get tickets for that. But they also have a princess night, which is different. I think it's like the first year, if I'm not mistaken. But for that, I am gonna take Mia because I'm like princess night.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm not even into the princesses that much. I feel like Mia's gonna thrive. But the point is, it's like an exclusive thing. It's supposed to be like the rides are shorter, the lines, and all that. So when he got me the tickets, I was so excited because I've been wanting to go to an after dark event. Bitch, I started crying. Aww. I wasn't like in tears full blown like that, but I was like, oh my God, bro. Like I literally, Mayra, I swear, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting emotional right now about Disneyland. I'm a Disney adult. Yeah.
I watched the vlog.
You're like, I was judging.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
No, but
I thought it was cute. I was like, was period.
And then Valentine's Day just passed, so I'm assuming we had a great
Valentine's Day.
It hasn't passed, but by the time this goes up, I'm gonna assume we had a good Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna assume it was great, Gorge.
But
Hold on, I have a burger random, right? I have a burger note up in my notes right here, because inflation got me really fucked up, girl. Let me tell you. We went to Target to pick up like some shelves, and I was a little hungry, so I'm like, we're running errands right now. Like, let me just eat real quick. And mind you, like, I was the only one that was hungry. Brian was like chilling. He was like, oh, let's just grab something for you. And I was like, it's kind of like those quick pick me up meals. I was like, I don't want fries. I don't want soda. Let me just get a burger, right? We pull it to fucking McDonald's. I mean, no, Burger King. And I just get a Whopper. No fries, no soda, just the burger. And the guy ringing us up at the cashier, he gasped. He was like, it was like, was it $11 or $10? Like $10.20 something cents. And
for the burger itself,
the cashier is like checking if it's even correct. He was like, oh my God. And he says the price is going to be 10 something for a burger with no fries or a drink, Karina. I don't know if like I've never paid attention. I only paid attention because I was like, why is he gasping?
Why is he gasping? Bitch?
Yeah.
Not the employee gasping.
Yeah. And then when he said the price, I was like,
oh my God.
What did he order, Brian? And then when Brian told me he didn't get himself anything, I was like, that was for me? That was just for me. That was no burger. That was no
Bitch, it's expensive,
combo.
Mayra.
Bitch, the burger itself was almost $11.
That's crazy.
I was like,
fucking
weren't burgers like $1 a few years ago? I was flabbergasted.
The McDouble at McDonald's.
And she's not even $1 anymore, is she?
I don't know.
She's not.
She better be.
She's
bitch,
not. Pull that shit up. She's not $1.
Right,
I can guarantee you, because the Burger King got $10 Whoppers. I'll tell you what, those Whoppers are freaking thick the house. It was pretty big. But for $10, Karina, come on now. Girl, $10 for no fries or drink? I was flabbergasted. What does it say?
It just says the McDouble the price is $159 to $350 average. What?
I'm telling you.
Wait, like
Inflation,
what do you mean?
Girl.
Does it just go up and down?
It's the inflation.
Girl, no.
Karina, $10. Can you imagine a family of like, I don't know, 5 going out to eat?
No, hold on, because the McDouble meal at McDonald's is literally $4.64 for a burger, fries, and a drink, bitch. I'm sorry, McDonald's has my heart, and that is why.
Is this why like Burger King's flopping or what?
I don't know. Is it flopping? Bitch, Burger King
is not superior to like McDonald's or Jack.
No,
girl.
Mayra, the fucking original sandwich, the original chicken sandwich, bitch. I'm sorry, that is superior. Period.
No, because I've been trying to hype up Burger King for a while. Because
now you just saying is that why it's flopping, and now you're hyping her up.
I've been trying to hype her up because I know she's in her flop era.
Stop playing.
She's been in her flop era for Karina. Burger King has been in her flop era for a while.
She has. When we were little, she was the fucking queen.
So let me tell you, I knew that she was in her flop era, and I've been trying to hype up those Whoppers. I've been trying to hype up those.
What do you mean?
Like
hype
Subway,
up? Like, are you like posting them on Instagram or
no? Like within the family,
just trying to
like in friends. I'm like, y'all, Burger King is like being slept on. And now I fucking know why with those damn prices, girl.
That's crazy.
You're gonna tell me I'm gonna go to Burger King and get one burger for $10 when I could go to McDonald's and probably get like 40-piece McNuggets with McDoubles.
But you will get
for
two
$10?
McDoubles meals combos for less than that.
So Burger King, you gotta get it together because those Whoppers, honey, I mean they're bomb, but they're not worth $10.
Now I'm just thinking like, how is McDonald's making any profit at this point, bitch? You got a whole burger, fries, and a drink for $5. Period.
Whopper is just, she's tripping out a little bit. Karina, I literally was actually flabbergasted.
Mayra, the eggs too.
And I've actually been like, I've been cooking home a lot. So I'm starting to realize like the prices of eating out. It's insane.
My mom was just telling me that. She's like, the prices of eating out right now are fucking crazy. You don't even know if to go to the grocery store because that's expensive as fuck too. Are we in an actual recession? Like for real? Like I think about that all the time.
Are we?
I'm like, when is it happening? Are we in it already?
I don't know, but it's insane.
Because it's giving recession. Like fuck.
It's giving that. It's so insane.
Because like houses are going down in prices, but like inflation is going up. So like houses were really expensive, they're going down. And groceries, all that shit is like an all-time high right now. The eggs.
Ay, Dios mío. It's a lot.
But it's because like there's like less chickens or something, right? Because there was like a flu going around. Or is that a myth?
I heard they're not fertile as much, right? Or
I don't know. Okay, I don't want to sound stupid. I thought I heard something about like less chicken.
I heard that. I heard that they can't like produce eggs right now.
Okay,
I don't fucking know.
I feel like we sound really stupid right now.
But chickens don't work like humans, right?
No, mama, they don't clock in and out. It's fucking
not work. I'm talking about their fertile moments, girl.
I don't know how it works, girl. I just know they don't clock in.
What? I'm talking about like their like periods and stuff. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Shit,
see y'all, we would go into the chicken and the egg thing, but we don't got the knowledge on that.
We don't got the knowledge, girl.
Who came first? I still don't know. The chicken or the egg? Just kidding.
We going into a rabbit hole, girl. Like, no. But before we go into the topics, I just got to talk about this because I did
part of your week
therapist today.
You talked to the therapist today.
This, yeah. So I needed her, girl. I was struggling last week. And last week I forgot to book her and she was like booked. I was like, oh my God, not her not being my therapist for my birthday. So it was like afterwards I was going through it.
Should have told her off.
No, I messaged her. I'm like, hey, by any chance, like I know you're booked, but can you make room? She's like, I'm so sorry. Like I'm booked. I was like, period.
It's a therapist be like, I'm sorry. Don't care.
I can imagine like, wow, no, she's a sweetheart.
Have you seen that TikTok? I'm so annoying. No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that TikTok where it's like your therapist after you go over like 1 minute, like,
it was like
all right, stop. So,
I thought about the Jeffree Star one, like everybody hates you, like when you like some shit like funny that. One that so like stupid. It says something
when
like,
your card declines on your therapist.
When your card declines on the therapist, and it's Jeffree Star, like everybody hates you. Your friends talk shit about behind your back, like like, something so random. I'm like, I feel so attacked.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, my therapist was just talking to me and like I was like, damn, I didn't realize how much I needed her, Karina. I was struggling this week and I was like waiting for her. I'm like, oh, I just needed to like vent to her because like I was struggling. And I'm like, wow, like what was my life before a therapist? Like all those feelings of me like feeling like have all this weight on me. And then like I feel like weekly I could just like lift it off.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how important she was. But I was like going through it because like my birthday was coming up. I was so emotional with like Briancito and Handsome. I was going through it. Yeah. So like when I finally spoke to her, I ended up telling her things that I didn't like realize. Like I haven't even told you, but like I was like I've been getting a lot of anxiety with like it's really weird. This happened like after Handsome. I cannot like send Brian to go run an errand because I feel like something terrible is gonna happen to him, and it's every single time that. Okay. It's every single time, like, if I'm making dinner and I need, like, a specific thing, I will not let him go to the store because I feel like something bad's going to happen. This all started happening after Handsome, right? So tell me why. I just thought it was, like, maybe, like, normal. I was like, no, I'm just having anxiety. So last night, I started having this, like, really terrible feeling of, like, just something bad's going to happen to me, right? And I'm like, okay, like, this is taking over me, right? So I was like, okay, at this point, I think like something terrible is going to happen to Brian. And now I'm convinced that something terrible is going to happen to me, right?
Oh my gosh.
Karina, terrible anxiety. Like I am walking around thinking like I'm in my last moments. Like really weird, right? I hadn't told anybody about Brian, like because I was like, it's just my anxiety. But I brought it up to her because I thought it was like so weird. I'm like, this is
it's
really
like those
weird.
Intrusive thoughts where you're always worried about like, yeah.
I knew it was not healthy at some point because anytime he goes out, like I'm thinking like he's not gonna come home. Like
I think like that too, but maybe not on that level. But I am very much like always like if you take more than like 2 minutes to reply, as ridiculous as it sounds, like I'm freaking out in my head.
Yeah, I've always thought like random like little like thoughts, but it's like bad. It's like bad. I can't like he can't go out because I think like something bad is gonna happen. I feel like my mind is set up that I'm waiting for the next tragedy.
Oh my God.
I know it sounds really weird, Karina, right? But like last night I was so convinced. And like even up until the morning till I had this talk with her, she had to have me realize that it's kind of normal, but like there's a reason behind it. But I was so convinced up until this morning that I'm dying like soon. It's so weird, Karina. Like convinced that I'm like, okay, like my brain's just preparing for it. It's so weird, right?
Oh my God.
I didn't think I was going to talk about this, but I actually wanted to because it was like a good point. And even my therapist, I ended up telling her how we have a podcast. And she's like, maybe that is actually something you could bring up because maybe there's other people feeling it.
Sure.
Because I didn't want to sound crazy.
Talk about anxiety. That is.
Yeah. I didn't want to sound crazy. I was like, that's weird. And like, what, so she was talking about how like this, your brain, it literally creates like a neurological and chemical reaction. It's like your brain
fight or flight.
It's like it thinks I'm in danger. Like my brain thinks I'm in danger, and it's like in fight or flight. And a way of it like protecting itself, it already thinks like it's preparing itself for another tragedy. So my brain's already like expecting the other tragedy.
Trauma. It's like a way of trauma.
It's expecting that other tragedy, and I'm feeling all the emotions.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I'm accepting the reality of it happening, but I'm feeling it in the moment, and I get anxious.
That is.
And she's like, I want you to know that's completely normal. She was gonna actually send me like all this information. It's like a study that they've done, and it's like a proven thing that when your body or when your brain goes through like trauma, like to not, I don't know, explain it, to protect itself, it prepares for it, and you're like living through it, like in those moments, like you keep living it over and over again until it actually happens.
Stop.
It's so weird, Karina. So she said it was normal.
So it's like a way of your body trying to protect you.
Yeah,
because it thinks that it's gonna happen again.
Yeah, it's like your brain and you, you're not like you're not even connected anymore.
It's so
you're
sad
like,
because you as a person, you're thinking, you're like, no, I want to be positive. I don't want to think about this stuff. But the trauma naturally, it gets things going
so
like that.
It's not, you're not crazy. She told me you're not crazy. It's actually your brain like
trying to protect you.
Trying to protect you, and your brain thinks
that's
like
trauma.
Your brain is trying to be already prepared for the next tragedy. Flight. So yeah, so she says you're not crazy. You're not crazy. So
of course not. No.
Yeah, no, I thought I was tripping because I was like last night so convinced that I was dying. Not that I was dying in the moment, but I think I was just like, okay, like I'm gonna die soon. Like it was so weird.
I think
Karina.
that when you have like a tragedies happen like that, you're just thinking, like you're thinking that something else is gonna happen. You're maybe you're feeling that you're healing, and then you're like, no. And your brain is like trying to think like,
I didn't think it had to do anything with my brain protecting me. I just thought I was like, okay, like what's the next one? Because I'm already, I think my brain's already like used to like the
it's like the cycle that you like
almost
expect,
that I'm like, okay, it can't be smooth from here. Like what's the next one? It's so weird. This is why I didn't want to bring it up, because I don't like to bring out negative energy.
No,
but I'm accepting that it's my brain protecting me now. So it makes me view it in a different way. So if you're going through this,
it's like a mechanism for your brain to do, right?
It's actually something like some hormones that are released from your brain. Like it's real. So you're not crazy. It's actually your brain protecting you from it. But you have to acknowledge that it's your brain doing it. So me acknowledging it makes me, realize that like the chances of that are low. Like
it makes you realize like, okay, this is just my brain. Like this is just my brain. It's like a coping mechanism that my brain's doing.
Even her just telling me like the scientific facts about it, I was like, oh, okay,
made you feel better.
So I'm probably not gonna die. Like, it made you feel better. Girl. But it was really unhealthy with Brian, because I was like so scared, and like every time he would leave, like I'm like praying to God, like please, like, and I'll tell Brian, I'm like, Brian, you're praying, right? Like you're praying as he's leaving, Karina, like me crazy, right?
Girl, and this is like last so night, sad.
And then last night when I was like thinking I was dying, I woke up in the morning. I told Brian, I'm like, I don't want to scare you, but I think I'm gonna die soon. Oh my God, and he was like, what? I'm like, I feel like I like God's telling me like to prepare myself. I'm gonna die, and like so I was hesitating from telling, Karina, oh my God, I can't do it. This is not about that, Gurge.
No, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to make you do that. What? Imagine.
I just feel so bad. Like,
oh my God. No, Karina, don't, please. Oh my lantern.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just
okay,
crazy,
now I feel
like, how
so bad.
Like, that goes on in your head. I feel so bad.
Oh my God. Okay, so I am so sorry. What's going on?
Okay. No, don't be sorry. I'm just like, what?
I know. I didn't even tell you guys because I knew it was already crazy.
It's not crazy,
Mayra. I'm so sorry. What is going on?
It's not crazy at all. It's just like, whoa, like, and that happens to people. Like, of course it's gonna happen because like it makes sense. Like how she explained it, it makes perfect sense because like that's trauma. But it's just like I'm just like realizing like, whoa, like,
well, I didn't. You know what? I didn't even realize how bad it was till I was talking to her. I was like, oh my God,
damn, girl, you caught me by surprise. Oh my God. Which is fine. No, don't feel bad. This is real shit. But I'm just like,
probably why I didn't tell anybody, because then people would feel bad for me. I'm like,
no, it's
bitch,
not
I'm crazy.
It's not about that. It's just like, whoa, like, no, that's some real shit. Like, you don't know what's going on in someone's head. You think you even see like, oh, like, they're killing and stuff, and like your brain is like coping with trauma. That's crazy. Like,
I had a weird time processing when she said that it was my brain. I was like, I think I like to think I'm like probably just dramatic. I never like acknowledge like my challenges. I just think I'm crazy.
Oh my God.
Like I was just like, I think I'm just like crazy. Like, why am I so paranoid? And she had to sit down with me. She was like, she even told me, she's like, Mayra, you have gone through hell and back.
No, literally.
She's like, and
Mayra,
you're questioning if you're crazy.
That part, like literally, Mayra, like what?
So I literally, after my therapy session, I told Brian, I'm like, Brian, I don't think I'm actually dying. My brain is it's literally
coping, Mayra,
protecting me from the tragedies. Like, that's so wild. Like, that's so wild that like I think I'm part of my brain at this point. Me and my brain are like enemies. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, that's wild. That's just crazy.
No, and it makes sense.
It's crazy what your brain does without you. Like my brain's really out here doing things without giving me that knowledge. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, you think you're so connected with your brain, but your brain be doing stuff to protect you.
Wow.
It's wild. I don't know. I had to bring that up because I came here woke the house. I was like, I needed to tell people this because I was like very secretive about it, about thinking that, I thought it was just like a natural thought. And then once she told me, she's like, no, like you should actually talk about this,
Mayra.
And it will open people's eyes. So hopefully it opens someone's eyes out there that's actually listening, because you naturally,
I feel like it's opening my eyes. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, like if you're out there thinking that like you're just waiting for the next tragedy, you probably lived something so horrific in your life and your brain is just protecting you from it, and it's just preparing you for like the other tragedy to come.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
It's so weird. I don't know. And I hope when she sends me the notes, I can like have more like knowledge on it, because she did tell me it's a really weird way how like the brain works and all that. So I thought I would bring that up.
That is wild.
So you're not crazy, girl. Just letting you know.
Absolutely not.
But okay, Syria and Turkey too had me a little messed up, girl. I was in my bed sobbing.
Sad. Absolutely tragic. Like tragedy.
Yeah, they had an earthquake. I'm sure you guys have heard about it already. Huge earthquake. The aftershock, like buildings were collapsing.
And a lot of times in like third world countries, like I'm trying to think if this is like a place where they usually get earthquakes. Like California, we're used to earthquakes, so like everything here is usually built for earthquakes. Mm-hmm. Obviously, like if it was a giant earthquake, regardless, I'm sure like stuff would collapse. But in third world countries, a lot of times they're not earthquake built. Like secured. Yeah,
it's so sad. And you know what, like when I was watching those TikToks, like buildings collapsing, I really thought, I'm like, okay, like that killed people. I mean, it killed 100%. A lot of people, right? But you wouldn't think like people would survive that.
How many people are underneath?
And the fact that they were finding bodies of people alive, don't get me started with the babies.
Oh my God, it's so sad. Mayra was telling me about the TikToks. There were so many TikToks about it. And at the time, I hadn't came across him that much, Mayra. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen him. And it's so sad because like this is stuff that people are living right now. And we're here at home complaining about like third world problems. First world problems. Sorry, I messed up. First world problems. And like people are going through some real shit right now. That's the kind of stuff that we need to have humble every single one of us.
Yeah.
Like that is
I felt
sad.
so guilty.
Oh, it's okay. Oh my god, this is so emotional, guys. We didn't expect today to be like this, but it's a real topic too. It's so sad seeing those videos. Like those are real families.
I felt so guilty on my phone on TikTok in my comfortable bed while there was people trapped under. Oh my god, I can't do it.
I feel like
babe, please bring me napkins. Girl, my face is sobbing.
I know, Mayra.
Hold on, this is not a laughing matter. I'm just laughing because I'm literally a hot mess. What's going on here? Oh my god,
guys! I didn't even expect us to be.
Bitch, it's been a fucking week. I can't do it. Hold on.
It's been a week. Oh my god, I know.
No. Oh god, I brought up the earthquake to my therapist. That's how much it's been affecting me, girl. I was like, I can't. This is like, it's a good thing and a bad thing about me, but. Hold on. Take a little break, girl. I need to fix myself up.
Oh my god. Oh, this is like this is okay. See, these are real topics, though, Mayra. Like, and I think everybody needs to like really see them for what they are, real. Because like everybody lives in their own fucking world, and is not acknowledging what's going on around like real life issues. And that earthquake is absolutely tragic. Families are being, like. There's people that are still trapped, like babies.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like the way that I am, it's a good thing and it's a flaw because I feel like I'm so connected to like I don't need to know you. If you're feeling down, I feel like I feel everything. What's that word when you're just like feel so much like
when you're an empath, right? Like
just
really feel for them.
Oh my god, when I tell you like I was in my bed just crying, like I felt so bad and I just could not sleep knowing, like even till this day, it's been like a week already from that earthquake and I literally can't sleep at night knowing that there's people under there that probably already didn't make it. It kills me, Karina. And just seeing the babies that were being pulled out of there, I mean, it's like so terrible.
It's terrible.
I can just go on and on about it. And it's just such a horrible world we live in. Like, it's so sad.
Absolutely horrible. It's so sad.
Like, it is so, so sad. And here we are complaining about the littlest things. It's just so horrible. Like, these are moments where I'm like, I wish I was God so I can go in there and save everybody. It was so sad. I can't.
And it's so sad because like there's only so much like they're getting help from a lot of people, but it's so hard because like you physically have to like dig these people out. It's so
sad,
horrible, so sad. Did you see about the guy that he said he heard his parents like crying for help, like get us out of here, and that he's like crying because he's like we're trying, and like I don't know if they made it or not, but like imagine hearing your family scream like get me out of here, like desesperados, dude. They're so like in distress, like oh my god, I can't even. People that were trapped there for that are taken out that were there for like plus 30 hours or longer days, and you're like oh my goodness, the babies like they don't even have like their voice. You could hear that they've been crying for so long. It's the saddest thing ever, guys. And I know not everybody wants to hear. Like some people just want to like pretend it's not going on and live their dandy life, and that's fine. But like this is real fucking shit happening.
I was actually really shocked that like I didn't see a lot of people talking about it.
It's so sad. Dude.
So that did disappoint me. I was like, do you guys even know what's like going on? Like, do you know what's going on? And you're just ignoring it and not like.
It's so sad.
I don't know.
So fucking sad. And there's always something happening. Like there's like. Any tragedy or things going on around the world, like someone's always like there's always something happening around the world, and we're just like living our life, just like when it's not happening to you, it's like things happen around the world. Sad. It's like with tragedies in general, things happen, but you never know that it'll happen like in your home or hit your home, you know what I mean? And then when they do, when a tragedy hits home, you realize like how selfish everybody is.
Everybody else is, yeah.
You really do realize that, huh? Because I feel like with your situation, Mayra, I feel like I got to know a lot of people and I got to see a lot of their true colors. And a lot of people, like I see them a little different after that. Like people who reached out, like just by commenting like, sorry, heart. But like never personally reached out to you. Like you lost your son. Oh like people like that. I hold nothing against you, but like I see you differently after that. Oh you know what I mean? People who claim to like love you or be a part of you, like be your friend, but didn't reach out, or like in those real life situations, you get to know people for their true fucking colors, and you do see them differently. As hard as you don't want to, I see it as like, even if you were just an acquaintance to me, not even a real friend, like an acquaintance even, and you went through some shit like that, like I'm reaching out to you. That's some fucking sad shit.
I see my friends that reach out, and I'm so grateful.
You know,
like people that just randomly message me like, how are you doing? Like, because the reality is, when someone's going through grief and all that, you're not going to be the ones reaching out to your friends like, hey, I'm sad. No, that's your friend.
Of course not.
You as a friend, that's your job to message and just reach out and be like, hey, how are you doing?
And I think
I appreciate that.
100%, dude.
I really appreciate that I have some amazing friends. But yeah, you do realize like your distant friends that, you know, are probably just there for the partying, are probably just there for just certain moments in your life, maybe when you're not going through stuff like that.
But then it stands out so much when something tragic happens. Like, where are you? It stands out so fucking much. And everyone just thinks differently, Mayra. I think people just think differently, and they're just in their own world and don't even realize it. I would reach out.
I think also I'm at a point like in my grief that I truly appreciate the friends that did. And I kind of almost try to understand the person that didn't, because I'm like, life sometimes just happens and everybody has like their own things that they're dealing with, and people are busy with their lives. Like life, it's like how they say, like, you know, like someone significant to you passes, like the sun still rose the next day. Like,
yeah,
like
I get it.
Truly. I mean, the whole earthquake thing, like we were out here celebrating our birthday, like, and like, I mean, even I was like, oh my God.
And there's people that are not vocal about it. So I do try to think of that. I'm like, there's people that, because sometimes I see like stuff happen in our friends' lives, and I do reach out, but there, you know, maybe like you're thinking in your head like of how horrible the thing is, and sometimes you don't know what to say.
Sometimes you don't know what to say.
I understand like situations like that. Like, you know what I've noticed with people that like go through things, people are uncomfortable because they don't know what to say.
It makes them uncomfortable.
They don't want to bring up the topic because they almost feel like they're making things weird, which sometimes it is. So I get that. And then there's people who just want to like see you in a good mood, so they don't bring it up at all. But then it's like, so you're not going to acknowledge this at all? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So it just depends. I feel like there's like a weird, like, it's not spoken thing where like if you went through something, people are almost like,
I think I've
intimidated to even talk to you about it.
I think I've got to the point where like I also understand it, where it could be like maybe it makes them feel uncomfortable. So in the beginning I did have a really hard time. I think I was very vocal about it. I was like,
I did too. I was starting to hold a little grudges against people.
But
I told myself like, for what, you know?
Yeah, I realize now that some people are just uncomfortable, and it's not their responsibility, I guess. I get it. No, but it's like that's not their intention either. So,
I know it's not.
Yeah, like I know that they probably do feel sympathy, but their intention is not for you to feel like they don't care. It's just that they really don't know what to say.
I get that.
So I feel like this whole earthquake thing, I felt that when I wasn't seeing people post about it. It really did make me feel weird about it, because I felt so bad about these people. And I don't know, I'm glad we're talking about it, because what the heck? Like, how do you ignore something so big? I don't know. It's like the same thing with the Black Lives Matter. Like, some people stay silent, some people don't. And it's like things like that are going on. I'm like,
when it comes to real life situations like that, like real shit going on around the world, you got to call it for what it is. If it's not trending, people are not going to hop on. That's what's so fucking sad.
That's terrible.
That's what's so sad, because if it's like the earthquake thing, if it wasn't trending enough where people felt pressure to do it, they didn't do it.
That's the thing. Like, you shouldn't feel pressured.
And that's that part.
Because people are doing it. It has to come from the heart, girl. Like, I don't know.
That's a whole other thing we could get into, but that's a lot. Like, yeah. But that's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
It 100%. Messed me up the whole week. Like, it messed me up. Like, I felt like, yeah, I don't know.
It was so sad. It was horrible. Like, absolutely. Like, even now, like, there's people that have to be trapped still, right?
It's giving me anxiety just thinking about it. Every day I mention it to Brian. I'm like, Brian, that's another day. Like, that's another. I'm always showing him videos.
Like, we need to like look at this stuff and see it for what it is. Right now, as you're sitting in your, whether it's in your car, in your job, at home, in your comfy bed, there is some serious shit in this very moment going on somewhere in the world right now. Sometimes we like see something going on and you almost don't like acknowledge it because you're like, well, out of sight, out of mind. Like, no, this is literally happening right this fucking moment to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, this
I
is
could
so
see how it's
sad.
overwhelming though. I could see it because
yes, I get that.
My whole feed was the earthquake. My whole feed. And I went to sleep like a couple days ago and I literally woke up like panicking and I told Brian, I'm like, you know, I'm very informed about this earthquake and I'm, you know, I feel for these people, but oh my goodness, this is like taking over me completely, like my anxiety. And I told Brian, I'm like, I need to put my phone down or look at something happy, like something funny.
I get that. I understand
because
that 100%.
It was completely like putting me in a dark hole where I was having nightmares at this point, and I was just like crying, like it was affecting me so bad that I'm like, I could see how it could be really, really overwhelming.
I understand that. Like, of course, like, you know, as humans, we don't want to see like sad, depressing things all the time. 100%. 100%. But I think it is important for us to like, you know, just acknowledge that these things are happening and just take that into our own life and be like, let's be a little humble and grateful for certain things and not worry about first world problems when there's like some real shit going on. I think those are moments for you to take as a lesson to yourself. That's it.
Oh yeah.
You know, but of course you don't have to be like taking this in constantly to be like sad about it. I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like conversations like this are a little bit uncomfortable, and sometimes people like, you know, you hear Chins and Giggles and people want to come on and just fucking laugh. Well, at this point, they know that we cry a lot.
They know there's tears and giggles.
And it ain't even expected. Can I just say, like, it's never fucking expected.
I didn't even expect this episode to be like this.
We had different plans for this episode and it completely did a switch, and we're completely okay with it. I promise y'all, like, we don't know when we're going to cry. Like, whenever we do, every time I feel that tear coming on, it took me a few minutes trying to hold it back, bitch. And I'll just finally crack and be like, oh, here it fucking comes, you know? And then something about just this like space, like the Chins and Giggles space, like as cheesy as it sounds, like this podcast, bitch, the comfort level in my heart is unreal. Because I forget the cameras are even here, bitch. I'm like, something about this podcast like gets me to my knees in vulnerability. That's like weird. I don't know about you, but like
that's weird that you said that, because therapy. I came in with it. I came in this year trying to like not show my feelings so much and keep the spirits up.
Same.
That I block that, like, and I'm not open.
And I think we do that, Mayra, because we're known to be like very emotional. Like we know we're really emotional people. Like we wear our heart on our sleeves. Yeah. And to some people, seeing someone like be so emotional, like to some people it could be like they don't understand it and stuff.
Yeah.
For us, it's like second nature. We're just like, we show our emotions so quickly. It's hard not to, bitch. Especially right now. I don't know what it is. Like, I just feel like I've been like so emotional lately. But like, yeah, we don't just start the podcast like, let's fucking cry. Like, it's literally like, it's funny because it's so hard to like hold back. I feel like I'm not someone who likes to cry to begin with. I feel like I get really fucking awkward when I cry. But with these type of conversations, you guys, I think it's just, okay, I feel like we live in a world of very like self-indulgent, right? Is that the word? Where like you see social media, everything's like happy, dandy, perfect life type of vibes. Everything's fake online, and we just live in our own la la land.
Yeah.
I guess.
Even the podcast, like it starts and it's like, okay, like put that face on.
You go online and that's what you want to see, right?
Yeah. So even like when we started season 2, how it was like, I'm tired of people hearing this sob story. I didn't even like fully express myself what I was feeling about Handsome. And it was just like, all right, next topic. And it was like, that was just me naturally protecting like my feelings and not showing anything. And today when I had that talk with my therapist, she like opened my eyes, how she's like, you have no idea. She's like, the fact that you have a podcast and you've talked about your child loss and all this stuff about your dog. And she's like, do you know what you're doing? Like, because I told her how we just hit 2 million downloads.
Wow.
And she was like flabbergasted. She was like, wait.
What? Oh my gosh.
She's like, how are you just telling me this right now? You guys have a podcast and this, you guys have 2 million downloads. Like I would never, I even opened.
She was probably like, wait, what?
Yes, she got it out of me though. She was asking like what I did and stuff.
Oh my God, stop.
And like, it's so funny because I would never be the kind to like, first of all, I never tell people what I do because it's a really weird thing. Like, what do you mean you share your life and you're on YouTube and people never get it? Like, so I never do it. Yeah. So the fact that I told my therapist that, she was like, she was actually like, she actually,
let's bring her on the podcast.
Right. She was actually very like intrigued, and I told her about like the podcast, and she was like, she's like, do you understand how many people you're helping? And she's like, I think it is good for you to, because I told her how I was so embarrassed, how I hadn't even told you, I'm gonna cry, about Brian, like, and me, because I was so embarrassed about it.
Embarrassed about it, Mayra? Why would you be embarrassed about that? Mayra, oh my God, you guys, I feel like Mayra tells me everything. Like, I'm talking like Mayra will call me to tell me she farted even. She tells me everything. And I feel like for you to be embarrassed about that literally breaks my heart, girl. Like, what?
Because I...
Don't. It's okay.
It was because even Brian, like, the way I would tell him, like...
Oh my God,
like,
Mayra.
Don't go out. Like, it just sounded crazy.
Don't think like that. Anyways. It's not crazy. I have like this, like I have intrusive thoughts like crazy too, where like, I mean, I know it's different because I feel like this is like trauma induced. It is, you know, like how she said. For me, I feel like I've just always been like, my mind always goes to the worst fucking case scenario with everything. Like, Raul will leave and I'm like, be safe. Raul like literally makes fun of me because if he goes downstairs to get a glass of water, I'll be like, be safe. And he'll be like, you're so dramatic. Like, I'm so like that. Like, if he doesn't call me back right away, I'm tripping. My mind is going like, I'm thinking like he got in a car accident. Like, I'm thinking the worst case scenario. But like, I can't believe you'll be embarrassed to tell me that. Like,
no,
what?
And I didn't even want to speak it out because I didn't want the devil to hear me.
Mayra, don't think like that. I think you have a lot of like some real shit. I think you have a lot of trauma. And you're learning to cope with it, and like that's like, where everything comes from.
To not say like anything negative out because the devil could hear you.
Don't think like that. No,
I was like, so
you can't let that like trap you. No,
like I have become so closed off because I don't want like to jinx myself.
No, but you need to talk about this stuff. Like it has to, you know,
it's. Oh my God. So yeah, I wasn't telling anybody about it. I was like, oh my God, if I tell people like about that I'm having these thoughts about Brian or like me, like, oh my God, what did they actually, if I jinx myself. But the therapist, the point is that she encouraged me. She told me, she's like, you should talk about this on the podcast, Mayra, and you're going to feel so much better after.
People are going to relate to that.
Me. I was like, so I came over here like, okay, I'm going to talk about it.
And you know what, Mayra, like how you said that, like how she said that it's good that we're to talk about stuff like this and people, you know, you're helping someone out there is 100%. A lot of people, I'm sure, are listening right now. Like, I feel you on that. And on top of that, it's like how we said that everybody goes on social media and sees like nothing but good stuff on there. We need to like, there's days where we need to take a fucking step back and see life for what it is. Mm-hmm. See shit for what it fucking is, so that we could now, like, that's when you realize like how many of us actually connect like on a deeper level. Like, cut the bullshit about like, you know, like this perfect life on social media. We all have something going on, and I'm sure people could relate to each other. When you talk about this stuff, Mayra, like when you're thinking, you're like cringing, thinking like, oh, I don't want to bring down the mood. Somebody at home is listening and like, oh my God, I'm connecting with her so much.
Yeah,
like,
it made me feel so weird. You know? I was like, here I am like hiding my feelings about how I'm really feeling because I don't want to bring down the mood when why are you helping so like many people being honest with how I feel. Do you feel like there's times when you, I don't know, like the podcast, like, do you feel like you like come on and like put on this happy act? Oh, every day, girl. Stop.
Like, I like to think that like, you know, you have your happy moments, but I feel like you like hold back a lot.
I do, but that's like how you like I think about, I could have happy moments, but like that way it's always there. Like, fuck. No, I could be like out here celebrating my birthday and stuff, but like I was having a shitty day regardless.
And you know what? Like talking about that out loud, Mayra, it's therapeutic.
Hold on, I just saw
what?
I just saw something like pussy on point. Sorry.
Our notes, you guys. Can I just
who wrote that?
Me. Hold on, you guys, because I'm sorry, Mayra. You know what it is? This episode was gonna be like a girl chat thing where we talk about like, you know, vaginal stuff.
It was like ass and pussy. Like,
I'm sorry. It's because like this podcast was gonna be like,
I just had to look at my notes because I get like awkward, and I'm just like reading all this shit you have here.
This podcast, this episode was gonna be like a girl chat thing, and I wrote down like some really funny real shit about pussy and balls and all this shit. But like we'll talk about that in the next one because I feel like this episode has gotten pretty deep, and it would just be a little weird to talk about odor and pussies next. You know,
like, where did you get this information, girl?
I just wanted to talk about some real shit girl chat stuff. So for the next episode,
but we still talked about some real shit, girl.
We talked about some real shit, but for the next week, you guys are going to like die of laughter because we have some funny ass shit written down. But this is Mayra. You need to like not worry about what nobody fucking says when in regards to your feelings. You should never have to come on here and put on a face for anybody. For who? For what? Girl. I understand because people are watching.
You know, it's because like, okay, you know when you go to work and stuff, like everybody has their little struggles, right? You naturally put that face on because who wants to freaking hear about it all the time? You know,
but don't think like that because there's people that you are helping out.
I just feel like this is why I had to see my therapist last week because I had so much emotions bottled up. And even with her today, like I was like crying with her.
Oh my God.
And I don't really usually do that, but because I was telling her how I try to like keep it professional, right? I'm talking to a stranger on the phone and I'm like, this is awkward. And like she asked me, she's like, how was your birthday? And I was like, oh, you know, midnight hit and like my husband gave me a hug and he said happy birthday. And like I just started crying. And she's like, you know, trying to take it out of me. I was like, oh no, I just, you know, like I would have loved for like to get the hug from my son too. And then like, yeah, like that's what I go through.
Oh my God, Mayra.
Yeah, like it's so, or like yesterday, the Super Bowl, like, you know, we're all happy, you know, Coco's on the couch and I'm like, where's my handsome? Like, it's just
oh my God.
Every day, girl.
I know.
Can't get a fucking
daily
break. Daily triggers.
You need to like, I understand that people go online and they want to like look at things to bring them up. Like, for example, do you see the comments sometimes, Mayra? People will comment things like, oh my God, and they're so heartbreaking. Sometimes we'll see comments here on the podcast and they'll comment like, I actually just lost somebody really close to me. Your guys' podcast makes me laugh. It's a distraction. I love that. I love how people could watch the podcast and get distracted from, you know, real life struggles going on in their life. But there's also episodes like this that there's people connecting on such a deep level. I don't care how perfect your fucking life is. You got something going on. And if we could all just bring those fucking walls down for just 1 hour of this episode and like be there for each other, girl, like I think that's beautiful. Like, I know this is vulnerable. Like, this is some real shit. Like, this is not just something like, I'm having a bad day. Like, today I just woke up in a bad mood. Like, no, you've had some real fucking shit happen.
It's because, like, it's easier said than done. Like, not everybody's, like, open to sharing their emotions.
And
like,
I get that.
On, like, for thousands of people to see. And I feel like I could 100%. Be really open. I could tell people, like, I'm hurting. But, like, I can't be fully open either. Like,
I get that.
Every single episode would be like a little off. A little bit.
Totally get it.
With grief, like you could have a good day where like I always describe it as like a backpack that's like heavy. You could have days where it feels lighter, but like that backpack's always there. It's never gonna come off. Like it's always with you. And I could have like I'm not like drowning in misery like every minute of the day, but like I could be having a good moment, like I could be happy in that moment, but it's temporary. Like it's like still in the back of my head that I'm living certain things and it's like there and that's it. But I don't want people to be worried about me either. Like this is literally people. This is why like I really, it's not to be cheesy, but like literally like every person has like the things that they're battling in their brain like every day. So it's kind of like also I want people to watch our podcast and have it be an escape. I don't want every podcast like for them to be crying listening, you know?
And I mean,
that's what
they don't all have to be like that. I mean, I feel like we do get really real on this podcast. And as sometimes you might be cringing, like, oh my God, I cried again today. You know what, Mayra? Some people like really appreciate how would I word this? Like, they appreciate like the realness of it too. Because again, no matter how perfect everyone seems to be, everybody's going through something. And if we can connect on that like human level of like real fucking shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like that means something.
Just look at it like it's not like this isn't for show. Like this is my real life, and I don't want it to
that
be.
part. I get that. I mean, I get that.
I don't know where
you don't have. Yeah, you're right,
in
Mayra.
this podcast.
No, you should honestly though, Mayra. Yeah, you're right. Like I just say it more as of like don't care what people think.
Yeah, no.
But you're right. Like you're not always gonna feel like sharing everything, and you shouldn't. Like for what? Yeah, you're right. It's not on. It's not for a fucking
healthy,
show.
I guess, to like express yourselves, and maybe this can open a lot of people's eyes. But also, like, it's not even like trying to be closed off. I feel like sometimes, like, some things are meant to, be private.
I get that.
And I'm just protecting my peace,
your energy,
my energy, and yeah, even with like. Before losing my son, like I was just so much more like open and careless and let's vlog everything. And now I'm like more to myself, and I really see like the real meaning of life and like what matters, what you share, what you don't. Like things, the internet, I like to call like our viewers our friends, like or our friends, but like realistically, like not everybody wants,
the good for you.
Yeah. So, I don't, there's people that are like, yay, she's miserable. She's like, you don't always want to feed them that,
Girl, it's crazy. Like, it's just so much. I wouldn't see it like that because I feel like a lot of people are rooting for you a lot more than you think. Of course, there's always like that one person and like the sea of people that like just says some stupid shit, out of like left field. But I feel like for the most part, people are rooting for you, Gorge. And there's going to be people commenting like, oh my God, I totally felt you on this episode.
Queen.
There will be, Gorge. I think you needed this in a way. And I feel like this is bottled up stuff.
I thought I had to express myself to my therapist.
I think this is like stuff you have bottled up, Mayra. And you might even feel a little better after this. Like, wow, I really opened up today. You don't have to open up every time. Like how you said that some things you want to be kept to yourself. But I think it is healthy sometimes, whether doesn't have to be on camera at all. Honestly.
No, I have my good cries, even like just off camera, obviously. A good cry is a good cry.
Yeah.
I always tell people, you need to have a good cry. Like,
crying is
I have
good.
my occasional meltdowns at home in my bed. Like, and as dramatic as it is, like, you need to have your good cries.
Crying is really good for you.
I always wake up the next day, like, a little refreshed, ready to start my day. Like, oh.
Yeah. And like, it's like, sometimes just letting it out. It doesn't mean that you're crying constantly, that you constantly have this cloud over you. Like, sometimes just crying it out is what you need to start the day. A good cry is good. When I have a meltdown, I feel motivated after that. I'm like, I feel reborn almost. I'm like, oh, okay, I let it out. It's more like not letting it consume your entire life.
Do you want to know what I told my therapist, which is actually hilarious?
What? She
was talking about like differences that we have, and I told her how like I'm like, I don't know my sister, like her feelings like that. I was like, I'm really open. I tell her everything. And I don't know. And I was like, I don't know really when my sister's having a bad day. And she was like, I was like, I might recommend her to you.
Wait, I think that actually, that's funny. I'm not open about my feelings.
Right? Isn't that funny?
I'm not open about my feelings. Do I have hard days? Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you gotta have had some bad days, girl.
Yeah, like, of course. I just don't open up. I'm not. It's funny because you're so right. I'm over here preaching to you like,
yeah,
you gotta like express yourself, Mayra. You can't hold this in.
Part, Karina.
And I cannot. I don't like express my feelings, like deep feelings, not even to like my husband, which is like, bitch, I really am a bottled up bitch, and I have no idea. Like,
asked me. I don't know if she asked me like how you cope with things. I don't know. She was just getting to know like you. I told her I had a twin, and I was like, honestly, like,
I'm a bottled up, like, I'm a shaken up Coke can.
I just assumed I was like, well, she hasn't like lost, like, it's so stupid, right? But like, you know, I think about like how I lost
the tragedies. Yeah, of course.
Like tragedies. And I'm like, no. Like, no. Before I even lost Briancito, like I had my struggles. Like everybody has their struggles. Mm-hmm. I was like, no.
Everybody has their own mental struggles for sure.
She's gotta like something. There's no way. And I was telling her, I'm like, yeah.
It's also,
I feel like sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel like to me, like you just come across like you got it all together. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. Then randomly, like you randomly say something and I'm like, oh, she had to let that out. Like, and I'm like, oh my God. But you were like hard to crack.
I'm really hard to crack.
So it was just really funny, the conversation. I was like, honestly, I don't like, she's not that open.
I think I'm mostly like,
you gotta go to her. She's really
I should go to her.
She's incredible. Karina.
I have a lot like normal things, you know, like every person, like normal things that go on in my mind that like where I'll have my breakdowns, like normal things that everyone goes through, you know. I definitely have stuff that get bottled up inside that I just don't talk about.
That's crazy,
but right? I feel like I'm just like, I'm a bottled up person. Like I really am. And there's little things I go through, I'm not gonna lie, but like honestly, like when it comes to our relationship, girl, like I just want to be there for you. I'm not thinking about telling you I'm having a bad day over some stupid petty shit. Like, girl, like, you know what I mean? What? It's one of those things in situations when you're like, you know, like someone is going through something serious. I'm not gonna be like, ugh. So today, you know what I mean?
I don't.
Like, I also don't.
Bad.
You know what I mean, though, right? Like, and if I am having a shitty day, I feel like I would tell you.
Probably not open. I would tell you like. Literally the most random thing.
You do tell me the most random shit.
Before Briancito, like I've always been open about my emotions, Karina. Even before that,
I'm just not.
I tell a stranger.
And I promise you, if it was like real situations that were like genuinely bugging me, I would open up about it.
Yeah,
I might have a breakdown over something like, you know, just like normal things over being overstimulated and maybe like had a long week and now I'm just emotional. Things like that could happen, but it's nothing like crazy that like I need to talk about to people. You know what I mean?
You're not telling me like the most minor inconvenience. I am.
No, but you know what I mean, right? Like I wouldn't worry about it for sure. Like I definitely feel like I'm a bottled up person. Nothing too deep though. Nothing like that. Nothing like where I'm like, oh, like I need like to talk to somebody. Not like that.
You know, therapy is good for anybody.
I know. It is. I
would really like her.
I would really like her. I'm sure I would.
I mean, it depends like your
I mean, I've always been open to therapy.
It depends, like, because her specialty is grief, so I don't know. Okay. But she's a queen. I don't know.
On a lighter note, this is random, but what's up with like all these aliens? I mean, or like spaceships and shit being found on TikTok? I'm confused.
You know what? These aliens got me fucked up, girl.
Like, just to like end this on a lighter note, like I've been hearing about like everybody seeing like, what is it? Spaceships?
Aliens.
UFOs and shit or something?
UFOs. Well, it's really weird. Crystal's niece, she showed me a video yesterday. On New Year's, she saw a UFO. And when I tell you I saw that on her phone and it looked like something, girl. I was like, what? And I was like, why haven't you posted this on TikTok? Like, this would go viral. And she's like, oh, there's a lot of them already. Like, a lot of people saw it. And I was like, so are we just ignoring that there's UFOs flying in the sky?
Is it one of those things like however, like there always will be like something that comes out like, oh, a SpaceX launching some shit in space or whatever? Is it like one of those things?
I feel like there's always like they always have like an excuse for it.
So I just feel like right now there's just so much going around TikTok with like UFOs, no?
Yeah, I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, girl, I'm like, what is going on?
I don't get it,
do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like we're not the only ones. But sure. I don't know. It gets hard.
We're so little. We're like a dust. We're literally like a grain of sand.
Yeah, it's like super weird.
I'm talking like like the solar system is a grain of sand.
Yeah, I believe in like it's hard what I believe in, honestly. Actually,
it's really hard, girl. And I feel like really especially hard when you mix like religion and like space.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard, but I mean,
I feel like you could believe in both though, because I believe in God and I also like believe in science too. So
yeah, no,
and I feel like some people like are like split.
Yeah, and then sometimes like science proves like they both like
yeah.
So I don't know.
It's crazy, girl. Like
it's a little weird.
I feel like I'm like, damn, we're probably not going to see aliens in our lifetime, huh?
We are.
In our lifetime?
So. Well, they're very not caring right now, girl.
Like,
so they just might be.
Are we just like, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like the whole universe
I
shit.
think the world is ending.
Girl, don't say that. We are. The world's not ending.
There's just a lot of crazy things going on.
Like, how long is the world? Okay, so you know how like every planet has like a lifespan? Like, how long is Earth gonna live, bitch? Because like we can't even compare it to like another Earth, you know? Like the sun, we know like how long like suns usually like last, you know, they become like a red giant and like
maybe not in our lifetime. Not in our lifetime.
Of course not. Like that's predicted like I'm sure millions and millions and billions of years in advance. I don't know, but it's just crazy. Like how long will the world last, bitch? That's just so weird.
I don't know though, but it
trips me out.
Sometimes I do be thinking it's gonna be in our lifetime, girl. I don't know. It's just a lot of weird things are going on, is what I'm trying to say, girl. And this is obviously like I respect everybody's beliefs. This is just like based on like religion. But like how in Brazil the lightning struck the Jesus
the Christ statue. The Christ statue.
It
and it's never struck before, right? In the whole time that the statue has been there. Mm-hmm. It's never been struck.
Yeah, and that was struck, huge, right? And they actually got like a picture of it being struck. So a lot of people were like, "What the heck does that mean?" It was caught.
It a sign?
Yeah, like is it a sign? It was caught. Literally, somebody got a picture of it. So that was just like insane.
Like, is that a sign?
And obviously, like as a believer, like we take that as a sign,
of course.
So that's why I'm saying, like,
yeah, I'm like thinking, like, oh shoot,
like I respect people's beliefs, like some people that don't believe and stuff, but like as a believer, yes, I'm taking that as a sign. So I thought it was crazy.
That is wild.
So like, it's just a lot of things going on. I think like we're getting a lot of signs that like, as a believer, you know,
yeah,
it's just wild. I don't know, but
it's crazy, girl.
But we're not trying to bring the spirits down, girl. But
girl, there's been so much going on this week. Yeah, like there's just so much. I feel like we came into this podcast like not realizing like how many topics we had. Like at first I was like, oh, we don't have like a lot to talk about, so like maybe we could talk about girl chat. And then once we started talking, first of all, I didn't even know you were gonna like open up today and stuff, so I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I know
I was gonna talk about the therapy session, but yeah, that went into a rabbit hole, girl.
No, but which was honestly like really like insightful for me, because like I feel like I came in and I learned a lot. Like, even through your session,
how you started crying and then you feel bad for me.
Not like that.
That's really funny. No.
Not like it. Saying that, but
no. I get it. That's funny that you said that because I told my therapist, I'm like, I feel bad for her. Yeah.
For who?
For me.
Oh my God.
I was telling her how that's so funny that you said that, because I was like, oh my God, yeah. I told my therapist, I was like, I have moments where I see myself as a third person and I just want to like give her a hug. I feel so bad for her. And that's funny that you said that.
She does deserve a hug, girl.
Like I literally like I feel so bad for her. Like I like if my oh my God, have you seen that TikTok about like if you were to see your younger self? Mm-hmm. Like if I saw my younger self, I would feel I would almost want to prepare her for like, oh my God, you're gonna go through it, girl. Like, oh, it's so sad.
Oh my God,
it's
Mayra.
So sad. Like, wow, right? Like how blinded you are as a kid, not knowing like your destiny.
It's like do you know how we've talked about before? How like, okay, guys, viewers at home or listeners, have you guys ever heard like these stories like from your parents or your grandparents, like those that have lived life?
Yes.
And they start telling you about how they lost so many siblings, how they lost both of their parents. They've lost so many people in their lives. And you question, you're like, how have you been through so much? I feel like every person is at a different stage in life, where some people haven't been through much.
Yeah.
And they're living their prime and don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. There's people sitting at home right now, like, you know, haven't ever really had like a close death in their family, or haven't really been through grief. But it is very likely, you guys, and this is not to bring the mood down at all, but we are all human beings, and eventually we're all going to go through some shit. And it's one of those things how we mentioned where like our parents, like when they talk about losing their parents and all their siblings and all this stuff, I'm like, how do you go through all that? And you're like, no, they've lived some fucking shit.
Like, remember, I don't know if I told you how like when
like a week before I went into labor with Briancito. You know, my mom had that incident when she was in the hospital. Literally almost died. We were so grateful that she was fine. And that week, I remember I had this talk with my mom in the bedroom. And I was like, God is so good. I told her, I'm like, que tanta suerte tenemos. Like, we all are still here. We haven't lived like as an immediate family.
Like a tragedy in so long.
Like, how blessed are we? Like, in general, like being very grateful with like, you know, our blessings and everything. I just had a moment where I was like, wow, thank you, God, for everything. Because you hear so many things going on. And I think that was like my own soul, like appreciating that moment before it was gone.
Oh my God.
Snatched away. And then a week later, I went into preterm labor. Ain't that crazy? There are a lot of people right now. And that's why, too, it's important to live your fucking life right now, girl. Because unfortunately, tomorrow is not promised. Period. And that
changes your life forever.
I'm a different person I was a couple years ago. 100%. Like 100%. I grieved the old me, not knowing like pain like that. But I'm glad she lived her best life and didn't live in worry.
You know, also, I want to let them know, because I know like you're talking about like this real stuff right now. You are also you do have a positive outlook as well. Like Mayra is the kind you like listen to podcasts about grief and stuff, huh?
I do.
And there is times that the words you say, I'm like, oh my God, queen. Like she's having such a positive outlook right now. Like you'll talk about how like you do strive to like look for purpose in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Which is amazing, Mayra. Yeah. That's amazing, because, you know,
we all have purpose.
Living in your own like struggles and like knowing how like what it is to be at rock bottom, and for you to like strive for purpose, that's huge.
And your surroundings, what you're fed, has a lot to do with it. There's people that I follow, you know, some are willing to not move forward. They're willing to be stuck in that whole. So sad. Yeah, it's everybody
grieves differently.
Has a different perspective on how they want to learn from that and grow from it. So I always talk about them. It's a woman who has a podcast. It's called Grieving Parents Sharing Hope. She is so spiritual. She's a Christian, and she's just so positive. And she even says herself, she's like, when my daughter passed away, you know, she would go on these Facebook groups where, you know, people were just so like into their grief, and you almost just keep hearing how like you're never gonna get better, and you're always gonna be stuck in this dark hole, and life is always gonna suck. And this lady, she explains how we still have a purpose. And the way that she explains it, I really wish I knew exactly like how she words it, but she just talks about how God has a plan for you. Like he's not done with you just because that happened. You still have your purpose. And I have to always remind myself and tell God, like, God, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Like I know you have something for me, but you have to listen to her podcast, because I really can't think on top of my head. Like she has a way of wording things that, you know, this happened, but there is still ways of living your life
for hope, how she says,
with hope, and learning to
live with the grief,
but also
see the light and stuff,
and learn how to positively keep your child's memory alive. And she has like she has been a huge help, because I am always talking about him, and she like encourages it in a positive way. And then she brings up religion too, and that helps me like with my faith and stuff. I don't know. I wish I knew the right words what she says, because it's.
I mean, everything. I think it made perfect sense the way you said it right now.
Yeah, but yeah, she helps a lot. Stay in that positive mindset.
You always talk about her, and I feel like whenever you do, you talk very positively about that podcast and how like it'll literally like help you out throughout the day.
Yeah, and just really a perfect little example. It's like if your son or daughter passed away. No, I'm sorry. If your daughter or son lost
their mother lost you, would you want Mia to be miserable for the rest of her life?
Of course not.
Or would you want her to live the best life possible, remembering you?
Absolutely, dude.
So when you look at it like that, do I want Briancito to be seeing me distraught? No, he wants me to live a good life and still remember him.
That part. If I could, if I was in that situation, like if you could,
when you flip it,
I would be like, I want you to live your best fucking life.
Yeah. And she always encourages, she always says, she's like, it's not about moving on and forgetting about them. It's about making what you have, the life that you have left, making it the best you can while still honoring them.
That part.
I
couldn't have said it better, girl. Like, that makes perfect sense. That is such a good way to put it.
Yeah, because moving really forward doesn't mean you're leaving them behind. Like, you are bringing them with you. You're honoring them. Mm-hmm. Like, my life now, I try to live it as positively as I can while honoring my king. That's how I do it. Yeah,
that's good, Mayra.
Y'all gotta listen to the podcast, Karina. Please,
I have to listen to
her. Maybe it'll be kind of hard to resonate, but she is a queen. Listen. I love her. Wow,
guys, this was a good. I feel like this was a very insightful episode. Mm-hmm. And again, really y'all, there's episodes where we're cracking up and we're talking shit, whatever. And then there's episodes where it gets real. I feel like this was like a mental check-in, very
a whole ass therapy
self-awareness moment, girl. I mean, I think it was good. I feel like I mean, even just hearing you open up, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel good because I'm gonna talk to her more about this and stuff.
My therapist is gonna be so proud. This is exactly what she wanted me to do. But wow, you guys, this just makes me feel refreshed and ready for the next podcast to be a little bit more uplifted.
You feel a little better after
yes,
getting it
and
out?
This is why I encourage. Who am I? A couple episodes ago saying I'm not here for therapy, and I'm over here encouraging it now, girl.
Now you're telling me I need therapy. I'm like,
you need therapy,
shit.
Even if your life is not going through fucking shit.
No, but we all go through something deep down, Karina. So yes. Yeah, I should look into
even
it.
Even your little fights with Raul, you can talk to her about them.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be good. You know what? I'm gonna look into it.
I highly encourage therapy. I know it could be expensive. But if you have the resources and stuff, I recommend it. Or talking to a friend, it's just incredible because that week that I did not make my appointment, I was regretting it so bad. I was having meltdowns after meltdowns.
Wow.
And you could tell that I still had a lot to say because I had my therapy session this morning and here I am pouring my heart out. By the way, you guys, just remember, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you guys rate and subscribe. Yes, and we do have these episodes that air on Apple Podcast a day before the episode goes live on YouTube.
Technically, you guys, these air. Okay, so we're on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. All of that actually goes live on Wednesday at midnight. Yes. So technically, it's Thursday morning, but on Wednesday night, you could tune into the podcast a whole ass day early. So if you guys want to tune in and be the ones to be the first to get dibs on the new episodes, tune into Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and then Friday noon is when the videos go up on YouTube. But if y'all are itching for that new episode, girl, chances are they're up on the other platforms. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure you guys rate us. And yeah, next week's episode is going to be really fucking funny. Girl chat. In fact, comment down below topics that you want to hear for girl chat because we got some good ones up our sleeve. But please comment below, and the ones that get a lot of likes and stuff that stand out, we will definitely talk about.
Note them down. Well, thank you. That was episode 44 for Chins and Giggles, and we'll catch y'all in the next.
We love y'all. Have a great day.